Okay, I've gotten a lot of people asking me to make this video, so I decided to make a tutorial on it. So, first append your character into Blender and unpack the file, which looks like this. I already unpacked it though. And then it should be in your textures folder from Blender. And then I'm just going to use Photopea for this because it's free for everyone to use. So open from computer, go to your texture tab, and bring in the texture. And then I'm just using the select tool for this to select all the parts first that I want to be colored black. And that I'm just clicking, and then I'm pressing shift and clicking again with this. In Photoshop the tool is different, you can click and drag, but again, free software, Photopea, for people who do not have Photoshop. You can change your brush size and hardness by right clicking and dragging those bars. I'm just filling them in with a brush, but you can use autofill, and I'm trying to do this on another layer so that it's not on the same layer as the actual texture. And I'm just going to speed it up right here for and then right here I'm taking just the character's hair texture. I'm going in texture paint tab, selecting the hair texture, and painting with the black brush over it to color the hair completely black. so I over here I took the texture and I exported it as a PNG from Photopea, and then press the little folder icon in Blender on the image texture and made the texture then pop up on the character. It's already mapped. And then I'm changing some of the skin color with curves in Photopea. Okay, and then here's the emission part. I'm selecting with the select tool and using gradients on its own layer so that in the end I can remove the other stuff and just have a PNG layer of the emission. Then to speed it up, I'm just doing it everywhere I wanted it to be. It's totally up to you where you want it to be. Okay, and then I'm turning off the other layer, so it's just that layer of the emission, and then I'm going back into Blender, and then I'm creating an image texture, hooking it up to emission in the shader, and then opening the texture we just made, the orange emission texture, and adding it, and then that added the emission to it, and that's all the emission I wanted on the body. So for the hood, I wanted it black, so I could have gone and painted it, but I just created a new texture, so it just starts off that color. And then I'm going back into Photopea and just like changing the color of the eyes so it can glow, but again on its own layer so that you don't have the whole face glow, you just want the eyes too. So I'm selecting it and changing the color. brought it in, created an image texture, and plugged it in so that the eyes can glow now. And then in order to change the lips color, I went back in and just put the lips on the normal face texture, and then opened that image when the lips were now black and they were not pink like they were before. And yeah, that's about it. I think it came out pretty nicely. Hopefully you guys can make some nice custom models as well.